Welcome back to another edition of Plug In with Avi and Kyle. We are Internet's odd couple who just happen to be your best source for everything that is anything, tech news and product reviews. Avi, episode 8.
Episode 8.
Do you know how we got here?
I
have
way.
no idea. We did about 8 episodes just trying to get this episode started.
And still we had a problem with it.
But you know what, Avi? It's because we're so awesome.
Yes.
It's the sunglasses. It's the T-shirt. I mean, we're the whole package.
The whole package, yes.
Well, today we have a pretty good show, Avi.
Yes, tell me about it.
Well, we have a guest on today's show.
Okay.
The lovely Miss, for all you hunky fellas out there, Miss Rachel Dares from Passion Driven TV, which is also filmed in this exact same studio, Avi.
Really? I didn't know
You
that.
didn't know that. You didn't know that, but now
No.
you do.
Oh, boy.
Now you do. So we have her on the show. What else do we got?
Well, we have a couple news about some technologies that will be coming, some world news, and, digging in the dirt as we always try to figure something that everybody's talking about and repeat it again.
Yeah. And if you
So-
don't write about 30 seconds before the show, then it's never what people are talking about.
That's it.
So we're at OC Digital Studio again,
Well,
another week.
This is the visual radio. It's produced by OC Digital Studio. It's one of a kind. We have the latest in technology, and we are located in Mission Viejo, and people can log on pluginpod.tv, or
No,
they can
It's plugin.tv.
plugin.tv. Oh, okay. And what about Beanpod?
Podbean.
Podbean.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'm
all.
all,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
all over the
They
place.
can pretty much find us anywhere if they search at Plugin Pod on any of the big social medias. We're at plugin.tv, and we're on Podbean at Plugin with Avi and Kyle.
What about iTunes?
iTunes is also Plugin with Avi and Kyle. Good call.
All right.
Good call, my friend.
All right. A YouTube channel we have as well?
Yeah, Plugin
Okay.
with Avi and Kyle. I mean, if
Great.
you search it, we're the only one.
All right.
And there can
Great.
only be one.
Okay, so let's...
Enough about us, right?
That's it.
Enough about us. I would like to welcome to the show host of Passion Driven Television. She has a co-host, but nobody cares about him.
We want
Miss
the pretty one here.
Rachel Dares. Welcome to the show, Rachel.
Hello. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, Rachel. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you have recorded already a couple shows.
Yes, we
Okay.
actually have 3 shows already.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like a pro. No, I'm
Well-
just
Yeah,
kidding.
you are. You're definitely more professional than us. Way more professional than us.
Yeah, you prepare ahead of time.
Ahead of time, yeah. You don't, Actually, you and Marshall have been in the studio quite a bit preparing.
Yeah.
We have
Which is
been.
nice
we
to
have
see.
been. It's crazy though that you actually make me nervous.
No way that that's happening.
Well, Miss
No way.
Rachel, tell us how did you start and how the idea came with Passion TV?
I just graduated from radio broadcasting school a couple of weeks ago. And, it came from a passion of hating my news shift. I mean, you guys know how the news is
Yeah, yeah.
nowadays.
Yes,
It's just absolutely
yes.
crazy. And
It's
so
about killing and murder and slashing heads and all
And
the
you were
good
what,
stuff.
like a graveyard style shift? Is that what it was?
No. I mean, as far as the news shift,
Yeah.
really just when you do the news shift is really just trying to get news.
Oh,
For our demo reels at the
Yeah,
academy.
yeah.
And so, doing that for 2 hours,
Yeah.
I mean, that could be
But
totally
most
depressing.
of the stuff you did, it was radio. This is a
Yes.
totally different medium. We are going with visual radio.
That's right.
Which
so
is basically TV.
yeah.
TV
Yeah.
with microphones.
Exactly. So it's a little bit nerve wracking. I didn't really sign up for visual radio,
Yeah.
but here it is. And anyway, so this came about from doing the news shift and not liking it one bit. And I said, I can complain about just the depressing side of the news, or I can make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's where what I wanted to do is really take good news and put that in the forefront.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
you're
most
doing that for sure.
yeah, but most of if you look, everybody that comes with good news, it's like a narrow audience.
Yeah.
So how are you going to make it where more people can get?
I think
to
that's an
listen to it
unfair
on the spot?
assessment, though, Avi.
No?
I think that people are finally getting tired of that.
Yeah.
But the saying is that bad news sells.
Yeah, well, she's gonna make good news, so I believe
All right.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the
I believe
idea.
you. I believe
Thank
in
you.
The
I
idea-
appreciate that.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you. I want to hear something positive, something motivating, not just, oh, ISIS slashed somebody's head. and all
Not the
that.
stuff we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
The opposite of exactly our world news segment.
yeah, okay.
Right. Well, I mean, I beg to differ. I think, like you said, I mean, people are just sick and tired of the bad news, and I think everybody wants to hear about hope, about something greater out there in the world. And Passion Driven is really about spotlighting people that are doing great things in the world, that are living their dreams and inspiring others to do the same.
Yeah.
And these are like just ordinary people that did extraordinary things in their life. It's not like
There was the rowing. What was it? What was that lady's name?
Yeah, Angela Madsen.
Angela Madsen in a wheelchair, world records.
Paraplegic and
Crazy.
now a Paralympian.
Wow.
You guys will hear that story actually in a couple weeks. You know, we are launching December 8th, and there are so many great stories of inspiration, and the testimonies are just mind-boggling, really.
So how do you get to these people to come on your show? Did you research their background? How do you communicate with them to get
Sounds to
them on
me
the show?
though like they're fighting to get on the show.
You know what? We do not have a scarcity when it comes to actually people wanting to be on the show. There are so many inspirational, individuals out there. And the thing is, you've heard their story. We've all heard their story. And really now it's just a matter of putting them on passiondriven.tv and, up-leveling and taking them to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And are you looking for to get like sponsors for the show? Are you going after like Tony Robbins or some of these motivators to be part of? Because that's what you are driving to bring a good energy to the universe instead of the negative stuff that the media cornered. Are you looking for that type of people to sponsor the show and be with it?
Absolutely. I think people that are doing great in the world want to pay it forward.
Okay.
And, I've reached out to a couple of people that are my mentors. And even though they didn't know it, that they've influenced my life in such a great way. And when I reach out to them, I thought that it would be too ambitious for me to actually reach out to these big names. But they are so aligned with what Passion Driven, with what our message is all about, that they're like, we want to be there.
Yeah, they can't. They're clamoring.
Yeah,
You know-
they
you
are.
Keep them away. You gotta be like, no, you can't come this week.
You know, the saying is, ask and you shall receive.
Absolutely.
But the better one, ask till you receive.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
don't give up.
Yeah, no, never. But they can. Anybody that would want to sponsor the show. I mean, you're aligning with positivity, and this is about big and small dreams. We celebrate each and every one's dream. And if you guys want to just reach out to me, you can touch base with me at rachelispassion.driven@gmail.com, and I'd like to chat.
Okay. So tell us about your co-host or your other part of the
Marshall!
Mr. Marshall Thomas. Actually, he is one of my mentors. He is a vocal coach at the Radio and TV Broadcasting Academy in Huntington Beach. And, he's listened to my demos. And at the same time, I've talk to him about this vision that I've had about Passion Driven. And it's really something that he actually put on his calendar and he's talked to me about. And the one thing about him is, he's already a radio personality.
Exactly. How did you convince a radio host that already established
She didn't have to
himself?
convince him.
Oh, he just was.
He was ready. He was ready. But when you hear, it's hard. How is it hard not to want to be involved when you hear
All
what
right.
they're about?
Okay.
You wanted to get involved with it.
Yes. Yes.
We wanted to get involved with it.
Yes.
Aw.
Bam, look at that. It's that easy. That's how simple it is.
It is that. It was that simple. There was no convincing necessary. I think people innately want to do good, and as an educator,
Most of people want to do good.
Sorry, we'll talk about that later. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, most people I think do want to. Unless you're completely psycho, but everybody's looking to redeem themselves in some way.
Absolutely.
Everyone feels like they've wronged at some point, and they want to somehow. Well, maybe not Avi.
No, I think most people are good.
Yeah.
I think so
Every
too.
now and then, some veer to the different
Yeah.
side of the universe, but deep down, almost every human being is well respected entity of themselves. But
Right.
again, so now you doing it once? You're going to be doing it once a week.
Once a week, and we broadcast December 8th, and it's every Monday thereafter.
Inaugural show.
Yeah.
Inaugural show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
December 8th. Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
as the holidays coming and Christmas and all the good stuff.
Right.
Okay,
Right,
good.
exactly.
And every week you will have different guests
We
on
will.
the show and different story they will come with.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of inspirational people on the show, but is there anyone that like you're really looking forward to? Like, is the one that sticks out to you as like the one you were hoping for?
Oh my gosh. I mean, every story and every guest that we've actually interviewed thus far has been an inspiration to me in one way or the other. But I'm looking forward to Michelle Patterson.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's going to be on the show, and oh my gosh,
I know a little about her, but
Yeah.
tell us some highlight. You don't have to dig deep because we'll wait for the big.
Definitely. Well, she is an advocate for women, and she actually, is the president of the women's conference here.
Network or something. Yeah.
Women's conference here in California, and I think she just started one in Portland, Oregon, with my other mentor, which is Carrie Murphy, and these women are beautiful inside and out, and they're about collaboration. There's no competing, I think a lot of times as women there's a bit of a cattiness, and
OC Housewives will tell you about that. Yeah.
and I mean sometimes for me personally I feel like it's easier to actually deal with men, because they're just very simple.
Depends on
Whoa.
just,
Oh, it's the first time I've ever been called simple to my face. I mean, I know people
Simple is
thinking about me,
great.
but that's the first time I've heard somebody say it to me. Oh, man.
and not all men. Watch out.
There's actually a
We have a
beauty in
big guy
simplicity.
that,
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but no, it's about collaboration, and they're about really just paying it forward, and they're so admirable, and yeah, I can't even wait. I'd be like starstruck when she's here.
Oh, jeez.
And what's the bottom line, your goal in having this show and making it successful? I mean, we are going to pitch and help and push to make it success. I mean, I love the idea of positive word, positive. We had enough of the negativity, and we need to change the tone. So what's the goals and how we can help?
Like I said, everybody has a dream, and whether or not that dream is big or small, I want to be able to celebrate that dream. I mean, this dream of mine is since, basically being on TV and radio has been in me since, gosh, I was a little girl. And I was raised in the Philippines, and, English is my second language. But I was just enamored with the English language. And when I would listen to the radio, I'm like, oh, gosh, someday I want to be a DJ.
The Voice of America.
Yeah, the Voice of America.
From the Philippines, the voice of America.
And it's happening now. And I know that everybody else has a dream. You have a dream. You have a dream. Everybody
living it
has
every
a
day.
dream. That's amazing. And that's what I want, is for people to live out their dream. Because when you do, I'm about passion for the greater good. And when you step into what you're called to do, I think everything else follows.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be back. We got to jump to commercial real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, Rachel. I know. Inspiring stuff going on here. We'll be back from the commercial break with Rachel Dares from Passion Driven TV. Make sure you email her. She said, Rachel.
Rachel is passiondriven@gmail.com.
And remember, it's Miss Rachel
That's
Dares.
right.
For everyone out there paying attention. All right, we'll see you when we get back from the commercial break. We're running the commercials live. Yeah, I was going through. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I took it down low there for the last one.
Okay.
This is Avi Plug-In with Avi and Kyle. I am Kyle, one of your hosts, probably the better of the two. We're here with Rachel
That's your opinion.
Dares from Passion Driven TV. We just conducted an interview with her, and we're going to kind of move on with the rest of our news, but she's going to stick with us for the rest
And
of
she
the time.
can join if
Awesome.
she have an opinion on what we talk about.
All right.
And just so you know, Rachel has a radio voice. Hit us with it.
Hi, this is Rachel Dares with PassionDriven.tv.
Do you hear that? That's so professional. Let me try it. Hi, this is Kyle. No, see, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
You
just have
Avi,
to go with
your
the-
turn.
Hi, this is Avi with OC Digital Studio and Plug-in Pod.
No, why do you keep calling it Plug-in Pod? That's just
Because you
it's
put
our
it
handle.
on my
It's our handle
Okay.
for
Twitter.
with
Twitter.
plug-in.
with Plug-In with Avi and
Yes,
Kyle.
and
Oh.
Kyle.
You know
Where
what?
does the pod come from?
Because the Plug-In was taken.
So
We had to put pod. We tried podcast. That was taken.
Okay.
So we did pod.
So in what media are you
You
putting
see, we're
plug-in
getting
pod?
to. We're hashing this all out right now.
Yes.
You can find us. Plug-In Pod is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay. So, but on YouTube,
Avi with
Avi and Kyle.
yeah, Plug-In with Avi and Kyle.
And
And
on Podbean, plug-in
Plug-in
with Avi and
with
Kyle.
Avi and Kyle.
And the
All right,
website?
now I
and the
got it.
website is
Plug-in
Plug-In
Pod.
TV. No,
No,
Plug-in.tv.
Oh, plugin.tv.
My God, he's part of the show. Doesn't know anything.
I
about
know,
it.
but I'm getting confused.
You know what,
I didn't hear-
Rachel? Every second it goes by, Rachel's like, God, what was I nervous about? What was I nervous about?
Well, at least
This
we
is
cleared
what's
it up.
making me nervous.
We cleared it up.
yeah, we got it all taken
All
care
right. Well, let's put us on the track. Where are we now?
of. We're gonna.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Rachel, thank you for sticking with us, and feel free to join in whenever you feel like just saying something. Shout it out randomly
All right.
about these topics we're talking about. We're gonna start with tech talk, Avi,
Yes.
and that's all Avi's thing. So if it's bad, that's his fault. He wrote it.
Boring,
It's his
boring,
fault.
boring. All right. Well, tech talk today. We just recently, now with the drone and federal government trying to regulate the drones. You know, some of the guys that use the drones recently, they are flying them in the airspace where the planes and whatever, and those people going to ruin it for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Because we are going to have a tragedy with one of these drones hitting a plane, but they are doing it literally near JFK and what have you, and one of them was like 20, 30 feet away from the runway, and
Yeah.
it's going to hurt us. However,
Well, you know what?
Yes.
Before you move on, I've seen a few YouTube videos of a guy flying his out of his apartment
Uh-huh.
in New York, and he's banging into buildings and stuff. I mean, as soon as that falls and hits somebody, boom, that's ruin it for
and
all
it's
of us.
about 15, 20 pounds coming up to you
Yeah.
from, and not only that, for spying, some people in New York, you don't know, with all the glass buildings and all that, they go and start filming people without them knowing it from outside.
my
That's where
It's like the new
rules-
telescope.
Yeah, yeah.
The
That's
drone
where
is
the
the
s-
new telescope.
That's
and but
crazy.
it's more intimate and close because you can literally go in front
At
of
least
their.
you can hear the drone though.
Well, if you have the glass windows on in New York, for example, and the sound, you won't be able to hear it, especially.
Oh
if,
yeah, they're pretty thick.
Right, right.
Yeah, and then all the traffic noise underneath. And but these are the guys that almost ruin it for everybody, hobbyist, or if you want to make a couple dollars out of it and shoot some videos. But anyway, well, on the lighter note, or Intel just awarded some money to a group of guys that did a camera with a drone that can be worn on the wrist. So it's a mini little thing. You can just take it off your wrist, fly it, and to get video out of it.
Nice.
And so we are like people are afraid with the cameras on the street and government is watching, but guess what? Everybody is watching.
Yeah.
With the cameras in iPhones, wireless devices, cameras recording your GPS and what have you, you can't escape it.
That's why Carl has like 50 firewalls and all that stuff on his computer.
Yes.
For that reason specifically.
He shows us how many
Yeah,
intrusions with the.
I went to go onto my Gmail on his computer,
Yeah.
and how many times did I have to click allow this one time? Like 40 times just to open my email.
I just did that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you went through it too.
I went through it
Yeah,
too.
See? Carl knows what he's doing though.
Yeah.
That guy's got it down pat.
Yep, he knows, but it doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop
I
him,
just
yeah.
recently read an Israeli company with all this. The governments, they have a specific security computers and laptops that not connected to the internet. They have their own airdrop or something they call it, and nothing to do with the Apple AirDrop. And these computers are secured, and they had guys with the phones with the program on it outside the room were able to log on
Log
the
in.
computer
Wow.
and download the information.
Oh,
So
my
there
goodness.
is nothing secure. So Carl, put another 10 firewalls. They're going to get to you. It's not going to change there.
I think Carl's getting sensitive about this subject. We should probably stop talking about it.
That's why he left.
Yeah, he was like, forget this, guys. I'm sick of it.
Yes.
So what's
And
this thing you have written here about a ball-shaped camera?
the ball-shaped camera. It's actually like a head with multiple cameras that you can give you
Oh.
360 views, almost
Nice.
like pano views.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but they are trying to have it for instead of having the 360 or the pano, you have
Panoramic,
one
yeah.
camera and the 4 cameras or 5 cameras or 6
yeah.
cameras on it. It will give you 360. Actually, Google uses them in
For the
some
cars,
of their
right?
in
Yeah.
some of their systems, and now you can buy them. And I saw a device made by one of these 3D printers, and you can hook up 6 GoPro, and you get with the software they wrote, it gives you the same, like you are sitting in a bubble and everything around you, like you are above the globe or in the globe itself and
Wow.
everything around. Yeah, amazing things what you can do today with the cameras.
Yeah.
And the guy did it with the 3D camera, with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Made 3D almost a globe
Print?
of cameras with the GoPro. The contraption is made with a 3D printer,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
and it has.
And
a
they're
little
doing all
handle.
kinds of cool stuff with 3D printers.
Yeah,
Oh man, every time I turn around, there's a new
new
I
thing.
3D printed, hands
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ligaments and
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, in some even medical, they are using the 3D printers to print actual organs with
yeah.
with the DNA or cells,
Yeah.
and they rebuild a human organ.
You should have somebody who has one of those on your show.
That's crazy.
A 3D built, like 3D printed heart.
Printed
Wow.
That
or
would be
kidney or
awesome.
liver. Yeah.
Yeah, that's passion right there.
Yes, and more we are going to get more of these health devices, whether wristband or watch, or it's going to be part of. And some of them they are going to have where you are connected directly to the doctor, or your doctor will have the data. You can send it to them, so you don't even have to go to visit the doctor. They can tell you, hey, you need your blood test.
Oh,
or
I don't
you
know
need-
about that. I mean, look,
That's crazy.
that's taking it to a whole new level. You know what I mean? Like, I know that everyone knows everything about you. They can find anything they want, but I mean, that's like.
No, but if you have let's say you went through
Would
surgery.
you wait? Hold on. Would you be down for something like would you buy a device like that where I don't have to go to the doctor, I'll just wear it on my wrist and then everybody can know every single
No,
thing
you
around me?
send it to them. It's
Yeah, but if
secure,
you could,
but,
if you
uh,
send it to
nothing
them,
is
somebody,
secure.
nothing's secure.
Nothing is
Would you
secure.
do that? Would you feel comfortable?
You
I don't
know,
feel comfortable.
I think unless you're terminally ill,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and would need something like that. I mean, when it's a life and death kind of
Yeah.
situation, I think that would be the only time that I would even, opt
Consider.
opt for that. But I mean, as far as just
Just to
on a
have,
regular
yeah.
basis, just to have, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, and even now in some nursing homes, they are putting like these little robots. It's not a robot. It's like a literally a camera with a monitor and live communication with the doctor. So the doctor is sitting in his office, and this little robot will go from room to room and just ask the patient, "Hey, how are you? How are you feeling?" Or they can actually take your blood pressure or temperature while you're standing there or sitting there.
I have never once seen a movie where robots do that kind of thing that ends well. Not one. Name me one movie where it's like, oh, the robots are so great. No,
What
they always,
happened? The robot goes crazy, or
Right.
Always, they go
okay.
crazy, or like, or Wall-E, right? Everyone depended on the robots, and they all looked like me, and they're in space, and they couldn't even walk, and like, No, iRobot, Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, they
Too much
get
stuff.
the
We're
little
too
circuit,
dependent.
Yeah.
Too dependent.
little circuit breaker goes
Oh, gosh.
haywire and
Exactly. Yeah. Then next thing you know,
Right.
you're getting killed by your camera people who are now robots. Can't have it. Can't have it.
All right. Well, you're getting into it, so that's where it is. And on the latest news, you know, the European airspace landed a small robot, a small satellite on an asteroid.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
recently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's something 300 million miles away. The little spaceship followed the little rock in space for 4 billion miles, 10 years until they landed on
Until they
it.
could land on it.
Yeah, and
That's
just a couple of days
crazy.
ago, the Russians sent a satellite. They call it a killer satellite. It's to go like to our satellite if it's spying, blows next
Blow
to
it
it
up.
and kill it.
Yeah.
So you see, one is building
I just want you to. How long did that satellite follow the
10 years.
10 years
Yeah,
in space?
Yes.
And we're talking about
it's a little
having
rock.
them here, hanging out with us on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yep.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I don't trust them that enough.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but the idea is the Europeans looking for like peace and to understand the universe. The Russians are focused how
Yeah.
to destroy the next satellite.
Yeah.
Or
Well, the
whatever.
Europeans may have just sent us on a path of Terminator 2 with that space rock robot thing.
Yeah, direct it to us. Maybe if they get pissed off, just
Yeah.
send it to Earth.
Yeah. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. We should be sending Armageddon, right? That movie Armageddon.
Yeah.
We go blow them up. We go blow up asteroids. We don't like
Yeah, but if you blow
Habitat.
them, they might
Habitat.
scatter
Habitat?
and
Habitat?
come more
what is
pieces
it?
on us.
Habitate? Is it habitate? Is that it? Is it habitate or habitat? How? When you?
Blow.
Hey, floor
Habitat.
director, when you land on like another planet to live there, is it habitate? What is it called when you're gonna live there? Like, oh, we're all,
To habitate.
okay. So I said it right. Okay,
Habitat
thank you.
is
You were
like-
looking at me like I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Hamana.
Inhabit.
Inhabit, yes.
All right.
Whatever. You know what? Look,
Something to live on.
next, we're moving on.
We should
All
have
right.
a word for today for this segment.
We should. Hey, that's a good idea. We're stealing that. You
And
can't
the
put it on your
word for the
show.
day.
If you have that word of the day on Passion Driven, we're suing you. We're suing you. We're gonna have to battle it out right
All
here.
right,
in
well,
this-
Be a
let's
word
have
for
a
the
word
day
of the
with
day.
Kyle.
yeah, the word of the day is inhabit.
Inhabit.
He makes
Okay.
his own words
Yeah,
up.
it's inhabitated.
Oh, how lovely.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so enough about space
All
space
right.
robots.
Okay.
We all
Where are
know
we
how
now?
that ends. I already know how it ends. I don't even need to hear the rest
That's
of it.
it. Armageddon.
All right, so
The rapture.
before we go to commercial break, I just want to remind all of our listeners that we're still doing the I Can giveaway. It's still active. We're still letting people enter. This is the last week you can enter, though.
Yes.
By this time next week, on Thanksgiving,
If not,
she's over.
okay. So what happened if we don't have 5,000 people to enter?
Well, I guess one of the 10 people that enter is going to win some cool
So
stuff.
that's
Nice.
just
I'm
good.
entering.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing is that I was telling, I'm telling everybody, just enter it.
Yeah.
You could win. And they all say the same thing. Oh, you never win those things. I'm like, no, it's my contest. Like, we're doing it. I get to pick. There's really winners. There
Actually,
are really winners.
you can't pick. It's all automated.
Oh, well,
before.
yeah. But I mean, like, it's a real contest. Don't
Yes,
think
it
just because
is.
it's Avi that it's some kind of like fake, like
No, we gave
Nigerian
we gave-
print scam. No, this is the real deal.
I'm not
This
from
is the
Nigeria.
real deal. Yeah.
But we had other contests with us, Starbucks, and somebody
Somebody won it,
outs-
yeah.
And
Very
we
nice.
send it, and you will see.
And we
in,
have a new one too with Khalif
yeah.
Boyd.
Yeah.
We're about to start ramping that up. You could win a free workout session
Workout
with
or whatever, training.
Khalif the Body Boyd.
Yeah.
You might be interested in that.
I will be.
Woo! He is a sexy dude. Anyways, we'll talk more about that when we come back, and we'll get into world news.
Yes,
this has
sir.
been Plug-In with Avi and Kyle. Thanks for listening. talk. People get scared when I talk loud. But I'm going to anyways, because we have Rachel Dares in the studio with us today. Passion Driven TV. I'm so excited. Welcome back, everybody. This is Kyle. Plug in with Kavi, and Kyle. Kavi and Isle. This is Plug in with Avi and Kyle. Our special guest today is Miss Rachel Dares. Miss, fellas.
That's right.
Miss.
Maybe she should introduce
She's
us
on.
now.
She's Miss, and she's on Plenty of Fish. What? I don't know if she is. Don't go looking for her on Plenty of Fish. I'm just kidding. She's with us from Passion Driven TV. She's been having fun. She's been kind of quiet. I think she's about to break out of her shell, though.
All right. Let's
feel
do
it.
this.
I feel it. So we're gonna get into world news. Avi talks about some pretty dark stuff, complete opposite of what you
greatness.
like. But we're gonna do it anyway. And you're gonna enjoy
No, it's not that dark. It's the truth.
it. It is. But before we get into world news, we're gonna get into digging in the dirt.
Dig in the dirt.
And this is a subject
a
that
sad story.
it hits me here because I grew up with this guy, Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Allegedly,
America's
the father of American fathers.
The American
Wholesome
Dad.
does.
The American Dad. Well, that's another TV show that I'm trying not to talk about.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, come on.
Between the
we all
priest
grew up
of
with him.
America.
I don't know one person who didn't watch the Cosby Show at least once.
I have watched it even when I grew up in the Philippines.
Yeah, see, it's that big.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And the man has tarnished,
Gone to the bad side.
forever unclean.
Yep.
Bill Cosby. Allegations of
Well,
drugging
I
and
don't
raping.
think it's allegation anymore when he paid hush money to
That's true.
a few of them.
Well, he must not have paid enough because they aren't hushing anymore.
Well, I guess they have to face their demon, and they came up with it.
You
And
know what
they are
you know what
willing
it
to
is?
talk about
It's
it.
that I think the saddest part, besides obviously what the girls had to go through, but for the rest of us who are just watching the story unfold, is that I mean he was the idol. You know
He
what I mean? He
used
was
to-
the perfect
Yeah.
celebrity. You know, you
And
never
he
heard
had
anything bad about
He
him.
had a whole skit about guys slipping
Yeah.
drugs into girls' drink, and that's his MO.
I mean, he
That
sat
was
on
his
stage
MO.
with kids and did
Yeah.
kids say the darndest things. Cosby Show, all of his, I mean, clean comedy. You know,
Right.
and you always see him on these shows, and it's just like
And he was one of these guys that always looked down on the comedians that used the F word and the this word and the B word.
he was pure. I mean,
Yeah.
you was one of those
was
things
pure
like you
enough.
always have Cosby. Not anymore.
Nope.
That pudding pop has sailed.
Yep. And it's true because some of the girls, with their stories, all the same, and they came and in the beginning they said they had a problem going public because of his
Image.
his position, his power, his money, that they couldn't fight it, and media will just ignore him or dismiss him. And they realize now is the time, and he did pay out-of-court settlements for some of the girls to keep them quiet. But it's not one, it's not two, it's up to 16
Yeah.
and counting.
It's incredible, and the it just goes to show that doesn't matter who you are, the what comes with fame
Yeah,
can get to the best of people.
best of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of famous people, and they use their fame for good.
Yeah.
And this guy used it to prey on the women that wanted to be. And this industry, if you don't know somebody and somebody doesn't
not
know you,
getting in
you're
it.
not going to get anywhere.
And he used that.
He used
He
it,
used-
and he
I
used
mean,
to promise them.
Anybody who
Yeah.
before these allegations, if Bill Cosby came and said, "I'm going to help you become famous,"
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, it's Bill Cosby.
Yep.
But now it's just like, who do you
But
trust?
priest.
Can't trust them. No, can't trust them. You can't trust Bill Cosby. You can't trust. I mean, none of these stars
Yep.
that everyone thinks are so infallible
Teachers. They have a teacher that it's gone for 30 years because he was
of the.
feeding the kids cookies with his body fluid. And,
No.
Oh yeah, and
What?
tying their eye. Yeah. They
Rachel
fit-
hates this
Oh
segment.
my
It's
gosh.
true.
Rachel hates
He
this segment.
used
I
to
know
take
why.
the kids
I can
and tie
understand
their
why.
heads and make them do all kind of things.
Well,
in
you know what? It's
class.
not just the male
In
teachers, though.
class.
There are all those female teachers that were sleeping with the underage
Yeah.
boys. I mean, what the hell is going on in America?
It's not America. It's a human.
Let's cut to Passion Driven TV. I need a pick me up right now.
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Oh,
that's why we have Passion Driven to take your mind off this
Yeah.
sleaze bucket and
Yeah.
show you different side of
Exactly.
the world.
Yes, absolutely.
the
Tune
positive.
in to
Yes, please.
passion-driven.tv
Please,
for
your soul
inspiration
needs
You are
it.
and
sick and
motivation.
tired. Yeah, if you're sick and tired
I
of
like
the,
that.
the
Inspiration
rubbish.
and motivation.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely a show that that's one of the things why I love doing the show. You know, for those of you who don't know, I help work on the show in the control room.
Yes.
And that is one of the things I love about it, is that you can actually sit and listen to this show for the full time and not hear one negative.
Yeah.
I mean, you had, you're going to have a lot of people on, but like Doc Jacobs, not one negative thing came out of his mouth the whole time. It was all about.
And it's the motivation that it takes for them to do what they do with less tools than fully capable human being.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. And
one
they don't
with
look back once and go,
No.
oh, if that only something had been
Yeah.
different. No, they're always pushing forward.
Yeah. What's next? What's next? And here I'm here. I need to get here, and that's that. That's their
Right.
focus. That's what makes them different. Well, that's the difference between the good people.
Yeah, the
and-
good people. Good segue, because we have some terrible segues sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we go from like the feel good stories to ISIS. And it's
Oh,
kind of like
goodness.
comparing the two. And we don't want
Right.
to do that
Yeah.
because, no. So tune in Mondays starting December 8th
That's
for
right.
Passion Driven TV. And you can see this. If seeing her isn't enough to lift your spirits, then just listen to us then, I guess. This should
Okay.
do it. What?
All right.
Okay, so world news.
World news.
World news. Club Med,
Yes.
a very famous place.
Yeah, everybody knows Club Med.
Yeah.
I love Club Med.
Okay.
Not
well,
this one.
Not this one.
No.
Why not?
Well, everybody thinks of Saudi Arabia as the biggest oil producer, but they are famous or infamous for one more thing. They are the biggest terrorist producers. Most of the terrorists, think about it, 9/11, 15 of them were Saudis. The guys that fighting in Syria, ISIS, probably big majority of them. They admit to 3,000 of their people are fighting with ISIS, but I guarantee you it's more, and they are everywhere. Well, Saudi Arabia, it's a monarchy, and the family owns everything. And the family there, it's not like the family here, 4, 5 kids, and that's it. Each one of these guys married to about 60, 70 wives, and each wife had 20 kids, and you can start doing the math. So half of that country, it's 3 people, father and mother, and the rest are kids and, and grandkids and cousins.
That's Avi.
Yep. So, and the ones that not related to the family, to the king family, they are dissatisfied and they are into terrorism. So the government took some of these terrorists that came back and tried to rehabilitate them. So what they did, they built like a class 1 facilities. And in it, they have gymnasium,
Oh,
they
it's
have dining
beautiful.
rooms,
It makes
they
me
have
jealous of where we
artwork,
live.
swimming pools, and supposedly they take these groups and they feed them, they house them, they train them, they teach them, they give them colleges, they give them allowances and everything to keep them away and to change their mind about becoming a terrorist. So these guys are big con artists, and they take advantage of everything. And recently, the government there arrested 80 people that were, part of them were in the training rehab centers, hoping that after they released them and gave them money and housing when they are on the outside. And out of the 80, 55 of them, they were part of the rehab.
Oh, wow.
So they took advantage of everything, and then now they were plotting against their own government that took care of them, supposedly. So the whole thing is a sham, because they don't put them in jail, or they're not putting them in jail, they're putting them in rehab. And we have rehab in this country. Most of the crimes are with offenders and re-offenders of the same people that been in jail. And these guys are mentally brainwashed to be terrorists and to be bad boys. So all the good stuff and all this, they are taking it like a vacation. And what's that release?
Hey, little R&R. Little
Back
R&R for terrorist R&R.
Yeah. And so they have the reason why.
Did I mention R&R?
Huh?
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah, okay. And while they were literally doing the interview with the head of the facilities, he said, we believe in human rights in Saudi Arabia, believe in human rights, and that's why we are giving them those rights. But Saudi Arabia, it's the harshest country on their people, for especially women, not allowed to drive, not allowed to vote, not allowed to go walk to the market to shop without having family member going
And
with
being
her.
covered in armor.
Need to be covered
No.
like a
and
ninja.
like an armored suit.
Yeah, a ninja black suit in the heat of the desert. So, and he comes around and said, "Oh, we are human rights. We believe in human rights." So you can see the discrepancy and
Well, human as in male.
male.
Yeah. Human
male
means
rights,
male, not
not women.
actual human, like everybody. No, it's
Yeah.
just men.
Yeah, it's
Man.
crazy the perception, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's literally
insane.
they are the and then that's how human they are. If a girl get raped and she goes and say, "I was raped," they won't believe her because she have to have witnesses to testify that she was raped. Now, if a guy raped her, he's going to have, I have witnesses, and they will punish her because she did something to get raped, whether she walked alone or her dress, her burqa was 2 inches shorter.
Yeah.
or
Well,
whatever. And
when
they
I was in
stone her.
Iraq, we would, frequently go into houses, and you do your search or whatever. But you would walk in, and sometimes there would be like a group of women making whatever, the making bread or preparing the meal. As soon as you walk in, they all just look down. They won't look at you. They won't speak to you. And there were times when we walk in, and all the men would be asleep. But the women wouldn't wake the men up. So you're like standing there. They won't look at you.
Yeah.
They won't wake up the men because they're scared of them.
Yeah.
So you have to go over, hey,
Get up.
get up. Dude, there's 20 people in your house. You might
Yeah.
want to get up and pay attention to what's going on right now. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
And Iraq was more liberal than Saudi Arabia. Iraq, they had bars during Saddam. They had,
Well, they used to. They're not anymore.
Because we gave them the choices, freedom,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We took it all away.
And now but the idea is literally, it's crazy that we are fighting the terrorists on one hand, spending billions of dollars, and then half of them, and the country that export the most of them, it's our friend. And so, and it makes no sense.
Oh, I need some
makes
passion
no
driven.
sense.
I need to be passion driven
Yeah.
right now.
All right.
It's so depressing.
But that's a fact.
It
That's
is.
a fact. We are
is a
spending
fact.
money in one hand, and they are taking our money from the oil. Luckily, the oil is the prices are low, depressed. But building these facilities supposedly to rehab these kids, and they are not.
Time to make changes. It's
Yeah.
time to make a change.
Yep. So here we
Yeah.
go.
Well,
Passion driven. That's all.
Passion
Passion
driven. Just
driven.
remember that. If you want to not hear about any of this stuff and you really want to be uplifted, Passion Driven TV.
Yeah, we have another show for you.
Starting December 8th, every Monday, Passion Driven TV. Tune into it. That's
right.
all we have for today, Avi.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, we spent so
Lordy
much time
Lord.
talking to Rachel that we lost a lot of our other time.
Boy, oh boy. Okay.
So, Rachel, why don't you take a second, plug yourself and your television show for you and Marshall, and go ahead. Mike is all yours.
Perfect. Well, thank you. It was really nice to be here today. And again, passiondriven.tv. This is Rachel Dares in for Mr. Marshall Thomas as well. Passiondriven.tv, December 8th, every Monday thereafter. If you guys want some motivation, some inspiration, tune in.
And great guests.
Great
list
guests.
of great
Amazing
guests.
guests.
Great hosts, great guests.
Yeah.
If you want to hear that golden radio
And
voice.
all
They
positive.
both got them. It's all positive.
Positive.
And that is it for us. We've been filming at OC Digital Studio. Thank you again to OC Digital Studio. You can find them at ocdigitalstudio.com. They're located in Mission Viejo, California.
And this
We
is a
are
plug-in-
Avi and Kyle with Plugin. You can find us on
Plugin.tv.
Plugin.tv. No pod.
No, plugin.tv.
Plugin.tv. And then if you want to find us on any of the big social media sites, the big three, it's at Plugin Pod. On iTunes and YouTube, it is Plugin with Avi and Kyle. This has been Plugin with Avi and Kyle. Avi, do you feel satisfied today?
I feel great today.
I feel great too. Thank you for joining us, Rachel.
Thank you.
Remember, check her out on Passion Driven TV. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. See you
All
guys
right.
next week. Peace out.